Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Unpacking Our Lives. Like I mentioned in the last video, I am actually digging this new title. And I think I might not have properly explained to you guys why I decided to change the topic, but let me just explain real quick. So the initial topic of my podcast was unpicking our scripted lives. Like when I started recording the podcast, I was super excited and I felt like the topic was really good and all that stuff. But then after recording a full podcast and everything like that, I was like, this topic is not really given. It's not really doing what I wanted to do. So I actually wanted to give up on the whole podcast thing because I was like, oh my God, I'm kind of running out of things to talk about. Not only that, like the topics are hard and I have less subscribers, less views, and all that stuff. So it was all in one. Then I was like, well, maybe I might try to change everything and switch it up a little bit so that maybe I will be doing something that I enjoy. So that even if nobody views this, I'm still like, okay, I did something and I was able to vent, and your girl needs to vent sometimes. So I was like, okay, fine. Let's switch that up a little bit so that I can be able to talk about literally anything, and you guys can also suggest some topics that you probably want me to touch here and there. So I ended up changing it to unpacking our lives. So this kind of just goes about anything. I can talk about anything that I feel like talking because I felt like I was stuck in just looking for the scripted versions, which was kind of more difficult. Anyways, for those of you guys who are new, welcome to my channel. I'm a very talkative person, so please bear with me. Sometimes I kind of go off topic. And for those of you guys who've been here before, welcome back. Please don't forget to subscribe and click on the notification bell so that every time that I upload something, you will be notified. And with that being said, let's get to the topic of today. So today I'm gonna be sharing some of the tips of how I managed to start saving. So basically today we're just gonna be talking about saving. Guys, before we do that, my skin is given. My skin is glowing. And you cannot believe my skin routine. This is not a skincare channel, so I cannot go deep into that. But guys, and I don't wear makeup or anything like that, but I feel like, oh my God, my skin is it. Don't mind my hair. The person who does my hair, you should come back. The person who does my hair is not around. So that's why my hair is like this. But don't mind it. I'm also proud of my dreadlock journey, guys. Ooh, I'm proud. It's given. Anyways, so yeah, we're just gonna be talking about a little bit of saving. I know this is very hard for most people. Count me in on that because for me, it's also hard as well. But then I've been trying my very best to start doing this and all that stuff. I know that I major in business, and to some people this should come as an automatic thing that if you're into business then you know your numbers and you can do the budgets and stuff like that. But that's not me. Any money that I get, I have to make sure that I spend. And in China, you know the weirdest thing in China, once you get your money, ask anyone who's in China. Once you get your money, you don't even know where it went or how it happened. But then once you get your money, in a split of a second, it's gone. The money gets into your bank account or your WeChat or whatever it is. Before you even realize it, it's gone. It's really bad. It's really that bad. So if you don't know how to save, you always be in huge trouble. You always be in debt, owing your friends, owing people around you and stuff like that. And trust me, owing someone money, that's not an interesting thing to do. So I've got my friend who helped me herself. She struggles sometimes, but she kind of helped me have an idea. And also shout out to my roommate, my former roommate. She also helped me to try saving. So yeah, I'm just gonna be talking about how I've managed to start saving and the struggles that I faced and the methods that I'm using right now and how far I've come. So when I first started saving, I don't work, just so you know, quick disclaimer. We're not allowed to work in China. If you're working, then it's illegal. So you have to be looking over your shoulder every other time. And like unlike other countries, if you're a student, you can as well just have a few hours in the week to work and stuff like that. But in China, apparently we can't work. So that's a bummer. But anyways, so when I started my saving journey, I started with this little guy. So I was like, you know what? Whatever money that I get, I'm just gonna be putting it in here. There is money in here. Probably could account to maybe like a few RMB. I could have a meal with the coins in here. But yeah, this is the big guy that I started saving money with. And it didn't go well. It didn't go well. And then I was like, well, you know what? Let's try the second method. I bought my first box. This is not like an advertising channel or promote. I'm not promoted or any whatever it is that you guys famous people do. But like I bought this box first. And then I was like, well, you know what? This is gonna be my key to saving. But like it comes with the locker, a key and stuff like that. So like it has a small thingy here that you can like insert your notes and everything like that, like the money you want to save. So I bought the first one. And what was I doing? Guys, I think if you're just cursed or if there's something just wrong with you in mentally, you just cannot do it. In as much as I would like have the key, but I was like, no, you know what? I would like struggle to like lift it up. So like if you find a perfect corner, the money can come out from this small slot. If you find a perfect position, the money can come out from this small slot. So I would get a pair of scissors and then I would like start poking it out. I don't know why I was doing that, because I was telling myself that I need to save. But in as much as I was telling myself that, like, hey, that was the first box that I bought. It didn't work, guys. I'm telling you, it did not work. I just ended up like throwing it away. Then I was like, you know what? Let me try the third method. So the third method, I was like, okay, fine. I'm going to be giving my friend money. So that whatever money that I think I want to save, I'll just give it to her. Then she can keep it for me and stuff like that. But that didn't work. That didn't work either. And then I was like, you know what? I've got to start doing this for myself. And then I was like, okay. The main issue or the main problem that I was having was I didn't have discipline. And as much as my mind was made up like I need to start saving and all that stuff, but then my mentality wasn't prepared and I wasn't disciplined enough to like tell myself that no matter how bad stuff gets, let's start doing this. So with that being said, the first thing that you need to do in order for you to start saving is to have discipline. You have to discipline yourself. So what I did now was I was like, you know what? It's fine. So I took my journal and I was like, okay, fine. I'm going to have to start writing notes. And I would write like, okay, these are the things that I need, like the needs that I have to like get through the month. So I'd write like my groceries, I need this amount of money. For my bus card, I need this amount of money. My data, my yeah, that was pretty much it. So at first I was like, well, you know what? I need to go on a very, very strict budget. But when I started doing it, I wasn't happy because I was like, oh my God, I wasn't giving myself the credit like, okay, you deserve this. You know, that kind of pet, like, oh my God, you deserve that. You deserve the coffee. You deserve all that stuff. I was like going under a very, very, very strict budget and I wasn't enjoying doing the whole saving thing. So the first thing that I want you to do if you're also struggling with saving is don't be strict too much with yourself. Let yourself loose, like write things that are realistic. Because at the end of the day, I was like, you know what? I need like 400 RMB for groceries. And most of the times meat in China, especially in my city, it's very, very expensive. So I was like 100 RMB, I would use that for like a week. But that wasn't real at all. So I was like, I wasn't enjoying this. And apart from my groceries, I have fruits as like that's not part of my groceries because I would rather get my fruits rather than getting my groceries. So I was like, I was depriving myself of the things that I like and I ended up resenting the whole idea of saving. But now I actually enjoyed it. I actually enjoy it because I was like, okay, fine, this is what we're gonna do. So the first thing that I did, I write my list and all the needs that I need, and then I allocate like every cent that I have. Like, okay, fine. If this is for my bus card, I'm gonna need A, B, C, D amount of money. If it's for this, I need to do this. I need to do this. I need to do this. And then after I'm satisfied with the needs that I have, then I'll be like, okay, fine. And also, I'm trying to pay for my teeth. I have to I do like monthly payments with my dentist. So like apart from my groceries, I'm like, okay, what other bills do I need to pay? My dental. And then what other bills do I need to pay? Well, that's pretty much it. So after that, the amount of money that I'm left, I'm like, okay, fine. I'm gonna save this for the rainy days, because trust me, in China you can never know. Rainy days are quite common. You anything can just come up any other time. You might feel like you need to get yourself a new phone, or maybe there's a trip that's coming up, or maybe you got sick or whatever it is, and then you end up going to have to borrow money from your friends, yada 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 yada. The story goes on. But then if you have like money like set aside for an emergency, you know that you're kind of safe. So like that's like one thing that is like very very important when you're trying to save. Figure out like, why do you want to save? You might not have like a huge reason to start saving. Don't tell yourself that I'm trying to save so that I can build a house back home, I can buy myself a car. Like, don't put yourself like up there. Start small. Even if it's saving, even if it means that you're gonna be saving like 100 RMB every month, what matters is that you're saving something. Don't try to aim like higher, because I'm sorry, my dormitory is going under construction. I hope you guys cannot hear this noise because it's quite irritating. But anyways, don't aim to go higher, start lower, because otherwise you're not going to enjoy it. So the first thing that I would encourage you to do, make a list of the things that you need in a month, and make sure that you allocate reasonable prices for each and every bill or each and everything that you need. The second thing is, make sure that you're not aiming for like higher things. Like, try to start low. If you're telling yourself that you need to save at least like 200 a month, then go ahead and do it. As you go, you end up increasing, because now you're more disciplined and you know how this whole thing works. So yeah. And another thing that also kind of helps me, another method, if the whole box thing doesn't work, another thing that works for other people is giving the money to your trusted friend or your trusted relative to keep it for you. That also helps, because well, they're just keeping it safe for you. And then the other third method that kind of works is, in China most people keep e-money, which is like electronic money. So like, this is the most common thing. It's very rare to find people making payments with cash, because well, that's it. So another thing that has also been working for me is, I try to keep cash with me most of the times. I because when I get bored, I just go online, and here I am on Taobao, on Pinduoduo, trying to like check the things online, and I'm just buying unnecessary stuff that I don't even need, but I know that I have money in my phone. So like, when I have cash now, it kind of limits me, because I'm like, oh my god, I don't have the money. And I'm like, well, it has to be something that is really, really important, that will get me out of my bed to go to the bank and deposit the money so that I can buy whatever it is that I need. So at the end of the day, you kind of like, it's kind of like helping you to save a little bit, because you're not overspending on things that you don't need. You're only spending on the things that you actually need. So yeah, keeping cash has also been like very helpful to me, because yeah, my spending habits are kind of like deteriorating, and I kind of love it for myself. Yeah. So yeah, I feel like these are some of the things that help. So with that being said, let me just like summarize everything that I said. So in order for you to start saving, one, write down all the expenses that you need in a month, and make sure that you allocate reasonable prices. Two, make sure that you're not aiming too high. Your expectations for the reason why you're saving are not too high. Just try to start slow. And three, try to also start saving from lower amounts. Don't go for thousands of money that you know that you cannot afford. So start from saving very, very low amounts of money until you eventually get used to it, and then you actually enjoy it. And then also, another thing that I also like to encourage you is be around people. If like you want to talk about like your saving journey and stuff like that, like be around people who can support you. If you have like a good support system around you, then you're gonna be good. And also, the most important thing is, be patient. Be patient. You might fail once, you might fail twice, but then don't be discouraged, like, oh my god, I tried to save last month but I couldn't do it and all that stuff. Like, it's okay, you will eventually get it. Don't be discouraged or whatever it is. Eventually you will get it, and one day you'll be very thankful to yourself, like, okay, I'm glad that I did this because, well, I was prepared for whatever it is that happened. So with that being said, guys, I hope that this video was very helpful to you guys, and I hope that you have a wonderful week, and please take good care of yourselves. And if you're in China, please be sure to wear sunscreen because outside is very hot. I don't know what the weathers are like outside there, but as far as I'm concerned, in China, it's very, very hot. So please, guys, be sure to wear your sunscreen and take care of yourself. Don't forget to subscribe and share this video to your friends. I'll see you in another video. And guys, if you also have some other savings ideas that you have that could help people, please be sure to comment them in the comments below, and so that we can just like help each other and like just build a community of people who like to help each other. So guys, with that being said, bye.